Live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the 2003 State High School Basketball Championships. Brought to you in part by Peru State College, E10 unleaded with ethanol, Doane College, NC Plus Hybrids, Nebraska Community Colleges, T.O. Haas Tire, Southeast Community College, the Nebraska Center for Nursing, Nebraska Abstinence Education Program, Hastings College, State Farm Insurance, and Nebraska Wesleyan University.
It has already been a history-making day at this 93rd Boys State Basketball Championship. We've had a first-time champion. We've had a first-time champion since 1959. And coming up, a team with one of the longest winning streaks in the history of Nebraska State Boys High School basketball takes to the floor for a chance to continue that legacy and win a state title to boot. Welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, everyone, and Nebraska ETV's continuing coverage of the Boys State Basketball Tournament. I'm John Bishop alongside Andrew Filios. Kyle DeLeo will be joining us here momentarily from courtside. So far, a very good day. And now we get a chance to see a team in Spencer-Naper who has put together a very enviable streak.
That's right. The Pirates come in at 24-0. Coach Jim Carlson said, we don't feel like we're undefeated because we haven't won a championship yet. Obviously, John, the expectations for this team really high. And
they'll take on a team in Howells who is coached by one of the all-time greats, Jim Morrison, who has been a part of this program for the better part of the last 3 decades, as you take a look and see how the teams come through here and got to this Class D1 state championship game. Spencer-Naper 26-0, Howells 20-5. More on this one in a moment, but first, let's meet the players.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the championship game of the 2003 Class D1 Boys State Basketball Tournament. Today's game features the Spencer-Naper Pirates versus the Bobcats of Howells High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Spencer-Naper Pirates. Number 4, Thomas Rust. Number 10, Josh Ketzer. Number 12, Colby Fletcher. Number 14, Tucker Kale. Number 22, Luke Klebb. Number 30, Bobby Dickey. And number 42, Matt Alford. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Howells Bobcats. Number 10, Scott Bloom. Number 20, Brett Ortmeyer. Number 22, Colby Danley. Number 30, Kyle Check. Number 40, Nathan Takota. Number 54, Tyler Schwartz. And number 55, Dan Ragland. And now, the starting lineup for the Spencer-Naper Pirates. A 6'3" senior, number 3, John Connett. A 6' sophomore, number 24, Darren Rehigh. A 5'11" senior, number 32, Eric Miller. A 6'2" senior, number 34, Jason Connett. And a 6'3" junior, number 44, Kurt Dummer. Head coach for the Pirates is Jim Carlson, assisted by Ron Kopecki. And now, the starting lineup for the Howells Bobcats. A 6'2" senior, number 12, Tom Bloom. A 6'3" junior, number 24, Matt Eichmeyer. A 6'2" senior, number 25, Ben Fultis. A 6'1" senior, number 35, Justin Mosney. And a 6'4" senior, number 42, Eric Weeman. Head coach for the Bobcats is Jim Morrison, assisted by Mike Spears. Today's game officials are Steve Farley and Randy Hagedorn. The bench official is Todd Yorgis. And now, gentlemen, let's play basketball.
Howells and the Pirates from Spencer-Naper joining us here on Championship Saturday, the fourth of 6 state title games, and we are going to be honored with the presence of 3 undefeated teams over the next few hours. One of them on the floor right now, Spencer-Naper at 26-0, riding a 54-game winning streak that is tied for 4th best in state history. 2 more wins and they will meet Grant at 56. It's going to take another almost full season to meet Philly's 78. And can anyone touch Wahoo's 114-game winning streak from 1988 to 1992? Well, Spencer-Naper is, they're not quite halfway there. That just gives you an idea of how impressive that string was by those teams coached by Mick Anderson. And we are underway from the Devaney Center. Howells, the designated home team for this game. Tom Bloom, heavily bandaged right shoulder, puts up the first field goal try, and Spencer-Naper will get the basketball off the out of bounds.
Well, heavily bandaged to say the least. It looks like half his chest is also bandaged also, and you will have to wonder how much it affects that jumper. That 3, of course, fell way short.
Well, he wasn't afraid to take it and test it right away. Here we go with the Pirates. Skip pass across the floor. This team can score almost at will. They put up an average of 70 points a game. Very much the same kind of team we saw here last year. Open 3, high off the rim, no, offensive rebound and a foul. And we'll see free throws from Jason Connett. Eric Weeman with the foul.
The big key in this game, John, for Howells is to contain the shooting for Spencer-Naper. They can't let the shooters get hot. They've got to rebound the basketball as well. You know, Howells has a lot of guys that played football, and they're very physical, a very physical team, and that was a concern. Spencer-Naper coach Jim Carlson said, we cannot get into a football match with these guys because we will lose.
Jason Connett misses both ends of the free throw. So there's still no score. Yes, Howells defending 3-time Class D1 state football champions. They like playing on ETV. Here's the top of the key 3, knocked down by Matt Eichmeyer, who has scored 24 points each of the first 2 nights of this tournament, and he's off to a good start here. He puts the Bobcats up by 3. Front court nearly lost out of bounds. Eric Miller tippy-toes the sidelines. At the top of the key, John Connett across the floor. High. And they're moving around the perimeter. Working in front of the Howells bench. Foul underneath, and I think Fultis. Either Fultis or Eichmeyer. Yep, Fultis. Number 2 on Howells, his first.
Well, 2 games ago, we saw a team in Lynch take on a team that was a number 1 seed in Chickley and blow them out of this gym. So you know that anything can happen in D1 and D2.
Most definitely. In the corner for Miller. This is High. Good outside shooters on this basketball team. Dribble in, you can see Howells right now just sinking back. No one really making any moves baseline-wise for the Pirates.
Little tentative offensively.
A look underneath and a huge block by Eric Weeman. He swung that arm around like a baseball bat. but a steal at half court. Conant, nice job of keeping it alive while down on his knees. A little bit of curly kneel there.
Eichmeyer was not expecting the pass. The ball rolled up on his back, and he just didn't see it.
Move it outside, open three on the way, short. Ball tipped around. Wieman tips it over to teammate Matt Eichmeyer, and Howells will move it into the front court, up 3-0. Opening 3 minutes of play in the D1 title game. Open three. Yes. Justin Masney. And Howells is struck with 2 threes here in the first 3 minutes.
This Howells crowd has come to cheer too. They are up in arms at every shot.
Open three on the other end for Rehigh. And the 6'1 sophomore comes back with one of his own. He's had now 5 3-pointers in this state tournament. And a battle of 3 so far, led by Howells, 6-3.
Open shot. Wow.
Same spot, just a couple feet in, and Justin Masney has back-to-back field goals for the Bobcats.
And Justin Masney could have taken his time on that one. There wasn't a defender even close that time.
Yeah, very surprising. I would be shocked if they saw that kind of a look again. Travel. John Conant, little hop skip there at just inside that 3-point arc. And with 4:24, I beg your pardon, left to play here in the first half. Timeout is taken by Spencer-Naper. Well, if you're wondering, during this streak, yes, they've been threatened. It's not like they've breezed through the season. In this state tournament, they had to get by one of the top teams in the state in Falls City Sacred Heart, the last team to beat them. This is the 3rd straight championship game for the Pirates. They lost here 2 years ago, and that was their last loss. Went through last season unscathed and have gone through this season so far unscathed. Freeman they had a little bit easier time with on day 1, 73-55. During the regular season, however, not many games were decided by single digits. The one of note was to Lynch, the team that you mentioned earlier, who won the D2 championship. They played him, not only played him close, but held that score down to some 30 points below the Pirates' average. Open three, top of the key, rolls off. Offensive rebound, and the ball slapped from behind. Last touch by Howells. Spencer-Naper will keep it.
And you're running down that schedule. You see a game against Chambers. They won 113-40. They won by 73 and put up 113 points. So you know this team can score.
In the front court, Conant takes it down and draws the block. Jason Conant, 6'2 senior. His brother John is listed as 1 inch taller. They are fraternal twins. And that's the 3rd foul on Howells as we go to the line, and Jason Conant, who came up 0 for 2 on his last try, is 0 for his first 3.
These Conant boys are almost identical. They play similar too. One averages just under 16 points a game. The other averages about 12. So very similar numbers, though. Of course, both seniors.
Jason plays more of a traditional post. He'll grab more rebounds. He averages nearly a double-double for the season. In fact, close enough, you might as well just round it up. Last touch by Spencer-Naper, it would appear. 8-4 is our score. 3:43 left here in this first quarter. Matt Eichmeyer. Over in the corner, another open 3 for Falkus. And a travel off the rebound.
I think Howells wants to do a lot what Lynch did in that second game, excuse me. Press full court, turn it maybe into an up-tempo, sloppy game, and sort of get Spencer-Naper out of their rhythm. And you saw Lynch do that so successfully in that second game.
They'll reverse the ball across the floor and find open shots like that one. Conant with the offensive rebound and another chance. Pirates from the corner, another 3. This one is short, over the back. Eric Miller And that is the first Spencer-Naper foul of the evening. The Pirates so far, that is the 5th 3 that they've attempted already in this game. Attempted 12, made 6 yesterday. Attempted 21, made 10 on Thursday. So they do attempt a lot, but they make a lot.
And John, a switch in defense. Spencer-Naper now goes to the full court press. They'll back off it, though, as they beat it down court.
Check, baseline, triple teamed, and stolen away. Conant went right up in the air and snagged that ball away like it stuck to his hands. Conant crossed the floor. That time Rehigh decided against the 3. Now he'll try it. Yes. Good Rehigh. And Spencer-Naper is within 1 at 8-7. 2:30 left. Well, they can come back that quickly. Bloom. Near side, Masney. Last touch by the Pirates.
Two teams very evenly matched. Match up very well with each other. Not a dominant big man in this game, but a lot of strong guards, big guards, and nice boards.
Eichmeyer a little too strong on the running jumper. And Spencer-Naper the chance to take the lead here. With about 2 minutes to go. Look underneath by Conant, rejected, and Howells gets the turnover. Eichmeyer moving into the front court, and the foul's going to go on the Pirates. And I think it's Rehigh that tagged him. Yep.
Spencer-Naper foul number 24, Darren Rehigh. His first personal foul.
His first, team second, comes with 1:52 left here in the first quarter. Feeling out process.
Trap and zone right in front of us.
Bloom reaching foul on John Conant. Tried to come in from behind and knock it away. Nearly got the job done.
Foul number 3, John Conant. His first
And that's his first.
Number 3 on the Pirates.
Pirates extremely athletic. You can see it. You don't win 54 games in a row without, but a charge on the offensive end for Howells. Scott Bloom trying to drive in, the 6-foot freshman. And he draws his first foul, so quick early action for Bloom.
Crowd wanting some defense out of Howells. Right now, 2-3 zone. Trying to stay active up top. You see Bloom, shoulders strapped in and all, trying to move.
Around again they go. Another 3 for Rehigh. This one long. Rebound Howells. Minute 10 left. Front court check. Eichmeyer draws Conant on the man-to-man to the baseline. And a runner is good by Justin Masney. He's got a 3 and a 2 early on, and it's 10-7. Actually, a pair of 2s. Masney, good start to this game. He's got 8. Boy, Rehigh just camps out there in that left corner. That's his zone. Howells, 2-3 zone defense here. Conant drives in, kicks out, finds his brother for 3. No, offensive rebound, and falling to the deck goes Kurt Dummer. And he picks up the foul off Justin Masney. That's already the 5th foul on Howells here, and we haven't finished the first quarter yet. Kurt Dummer, 6'3" junior, almost 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. Misses the first. Dummer has basketball genes in his blood. His family Michael Lindemann of Creighton is his first cousin. And they, of course, are having a great year, so a lot to be happy for in that family. 25 seconds left here in the quarter, and Howells having problems getting the ball in. Will call a timeout. That's the first one they will use. Each team has 4 remaining for the game. You get 5 timeouts to start a game, and that's it. It's not like football where you get 3 per half. You get 5 for the game. So after this timeout, we'll see what Howells comes up with. So far, had a couple of threes. We expected that. Hasn't turned quite into the physical game that I think Howells would like to see it, but they can't be too disappointed with the early results.
I don't think we're going to see much panic in Spencer-Naper. You know, last year they were kind of in this situation as well, but really turned it on in the second half. They know they've got the athletes to do it, and the experience and the know-how to get it done.
Yeah, and Conant just about gave his team one more possession before the buzzer. Howells being contested into the front court. Now they bring it across. Bloom and Bloom. Under 10 seconds left. Need to find someone down low. Tough shot off the baseline. That ricocheted off the side of the backboard. I don't think Baldus knew exactly how much time was left on the clock when he took that shot. There was still plenty of time there, but obviously you get into this situation, you're never quite sure of how much time is left, especially in the position on the floor that he was in. So we played one here, and Howells leads Spencer-Naper 10-8 in this one. The Pirates, as we mentioned, a 54-game winning streak, currently tied for 4th all-time with Thayer, who put together a streak from 1940 to 1942 of a similar length. Grant next in line at 56, Philly second at 78, and Wahoo's 114-game winning streak tops in the nation, 3rd best in the country all time.
That was back when Wahoo was a basketball dynasty, wasn't it?
Well, and it still is a very good basketball town. It's just now the wealth has spread, and Wahoo Newman has taken the mantelpiece as being kind of the premier program, with Wahoo High School now kind of taking second fiddle. They still play good basketball, and they almost made it here to the state tournament, but
sure, a lot of factors go into that, but Paul Johnson, I think, credited for Wahoo, the old coach for Bishop Newman, getting that done.
And of course, Mick Anderson's Wahoops program got that ball rolling and just turned that town into literally a basketball capital. Of course, it was Ogallala that ended Wahoo's winning streak in the state semifinals in '92, as there's a runner in the lane, and Spencer-Naper is back to even at 10 here in the opening minute of the second quarter. Tried the entry pass, and it ricocheted off of Kurt Dummer, and it turns into a turnover. John Conant through the lane. Tipped alive and kept alive by Jason Conant. Now a move in the corner, Tucker Kale. Inside, outside. Spencer-Naper always looking for that wide open 3. And not to be this time. Eichmeyer, number 24, with the ball, and tries to throw an entry pass underneath to Eric Wyman, and John Conant again with the steal.
It's the benefit of keeping your hands up on defense. When that happens, you got a chance at deflections, maybe catching a pass just like that. Nice patience.
Look at him move the ball around the perimeter. There's no urgency to having to pound the ball inside when you've got shooters like that. You know, that'll make the defense come out on you. Now a baseball pass, and not a good one, as Matt Eichmeyer misfires to Kyle Check. And Eichmeyer, I think, would like that one back.
Well, momentum's really shifted here in this first half. Howells came out the aggressor. Spencer-Naper, though, has settled things down, working the ball, getting great looks at the hoop.
Pirates into the forward zone. Across the floor. Open three. No. Rebound to Mosney and Howells. In a bit of a scoring drought here. It's 12-10. Eichmeyer, a high lob down low, and coming in from the backside was Tucker Kale with another steal. That's turnover number 8 on Howells, while Spencer-Naper's done a much better job of handling the ball. They have only committed 1 miscue.
Well, Spencer-Naper, they are so well coached, aren't they?
Jim Carlson. Ball's not going to have much scuff marks after a Spencer-Naper game. It very rarely touches the floor. Three minutes gone, 5 minutes to go, second quarter, Class D1, drive in. And a foul as Tom Bloom looks to create, and he'll be rewarded by a trip to the free throw line. And that's the first foul on Jason Conant and the 4th foul on the Pirates. Tom Bloom, a 6'2 senior, 12-point, 3-rebound average, has been kept to under his average in this state tournament. 12 points total coming into today, and he's still looking for his first point.
The last time we saw a shoulder brace that big, I think it was worn by Josh Mueller of Columbus Lakeview. Remember in that C1 championship game last year? Didn't have much effect on his game, but you got to wonder how much of an effect it has on Bloom's game.
Makes 1 of 2. It's a 1-point game. Conant standing there at the point. This team looks for its opportunities. You know, there's not a whole lot of motion on this offense. They pretty much have their zones that they work in, and they work the ball around until you get a shot.
And that's called old school basketball. I think the in-style way to do is to have a lot of movement and a lot of guys motioning, but this team just kind of picks their spots.
Well, it must have worked for them, and just like it worked back in the old days, it works today. Inside the paint after 1 dribble. Shot by Dummer, no good. And here comes Howells. Haven't had a field goal here in this quarter.
It's been a while.
And we played half of it. Eichmeyer takes it through hard to the floor. Conant and Eichmeyer crashing to the floor. Let's take a look at this hard collision.
And as soon as he went down, you heard a thump, even from here, even though it's good 30 feet away. He hit the floor hard.
So here's Matt Eichmeyer, the 6'3 junior. Had the first 2 points in this game and has now evened it up with a free throw.
Josh Ketzer.
Josh Ketzer back in for the Pirates. He makes them both, and Howells has taken the lead again at 13-12. Now we're going to see some pressure applied by Howells. They'll trap at half court. Pirates break free. Again, not a lot of motion with this team. They look for the open man. Should have fresh legs after a game like this, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You're going to apply a lot of that movement to defense. Open 3. Catcher, no. Well, and of course the defense also kind of dictates what you're doing as well, and Howells has been sunk into zone most of this game. Here's a drive to the baseline, and boy, that spot has been good for Justin Mosney as he has put up 9 points, and all of his points have come from about that same area on the floor. Just it's a variance on the distance. 2:59 left before halftime. Howells by 3. Back after this.
From American experience, a courtroom battle, creationism versus evolution, a media circus.
These two giants were coming down to fight over whether humans came from monkeys.
He was going to defend the word of God.
It would change history. Monkey Trial on American Experience.
Watch Monkey Trial, produced by NETV, Monday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
Every day on PBS Kids, we encourage children to respect others.
Right!
To recognize their own uniqueness.
Uh-huh.
To accept the fact that lots of us are different.
Oscar, you said everything I was gonna say.
What do you want from me? I'm a type G personality. G for grouch.
Imagine the possibilities. PBS Kids and you.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
The Howells Bobcats came into this D1 championship with 5 losses. Spencer-Naper undefeated, but right now it's not showing on the scoreboard. Howells leads by 3, second quarter.
Again, they try to trap at half court. And the Pirates break loose and will set up offensively. Catcher around to the wing. And they'll pivot around the perimeter, looking for that open shot. Connett. Howells fans starting to show their appreciation, and a turnover. Howells not being lulled to sleep by this. They're still right on top of their game, and they force the turnover, just the second on the Pirates. Eichmeyer through the lane. Dish off the glass, no, rebound Connett. Pirates back down the floor quickly. Entry pass, Connett shoots it out for a wide open 3.
Nice.
And we are tied off of the hands of Eric Miller.
It's great recognition that time by Connett. Saw he did not have the shot, and Jason kicked it out, and Miller was spotting up.
Under 2 minutes left. Pass tipped around, and catcher with the steal, the 9th Bobcat turnover.
It's Miller again, John. They've got him right now flashing that baseline. You can see spotting up for the 3. He's open in that corner.
Instead, pull-in jumper from 15 is too strong by Connett. Rebound to Howells. Eichmeyer brings it all the way through to the front court, but Connett picked his pocket. And now a 1-on-3. Has help from a teammate. It's his brother. He stops, pops, and scores.
Just like playing in the driveway that time, the Connett boys. One's got the ball, the other runs the floor, knows exactly where each other's going to be, and the field goal.
And Spencer-Naper has the lead with a minute to go in the half. Eichmeyer through the lane, underhand dish, and a nice job. He realized if he goes in and tries to score, he might be a little too strong because, you know, you got all that momentum flowing to the basket. You might clang it off the back of the glass. So he gives the underhand dish to check, and he's wide open for an easy layup. Final 33 seconds of play here. Open 3 for catcher, but the rebound to Connett. He'll drive in the paint. Ball tipped around, and it comes down in the hands of Scott Bloom of the Bobcats. Now you would expect Howells to play for the final shot here with 17 seconds left. No, he's going to pull up jumper inside the free throw line, and that's going to give the Pirates the final 8 seconds. They've got 7, they've got time. Connett back the other way, airballs it. Loose on the floor, tipped around. Howells comes away with it, and that's going to end the first half of play. Well, that was interesting strategy. Both teams kind of rushed their shot there at the end. I thought they'd take a little more time. 16 minutes in the books. Howells leads Spencer-Naper 17, or Howells and Spencer-Naper are tied at 17. And an interestingly played first half. So let's go down now to the third member of our crew, Kyle D'Elia.
Coach, what do you like and dislike? And you knew these Bobcats were for real, I'm guessing.
Yeah, defensively, we're all right. We're doing a nice job guarding them, but we got to go down the other end. We're really out of sync on offense, not running. Maybe a little tight. Shots aren't falling. A couple shots fall. Things go better in the second half.
Real quick, what are you going to say to the kids?
Better execution on offense.
Go get them. Go get your Pirates. Thanks, Coach Carlson of the Spencer-Naper Pirates. 81-1, as you guys have talked about in the last 82. We're knotted at 17. Don't go away. More halftime activities after the break.
They came in search of a golden dream, an ancient culture in a new world. Their story is our story. Bill Moyers presents Becoming American, The Chinese Experience. Premieres March 25th, only on PBS.
I'll give a little bit, I'll give a little bit of my love to you.
The Reading Rainbow book donation was a great gift to us because we are a small library and we do want the children to read. And so to have the books on hand are a great help to us.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
93rd year for the boys state basketball tournament. Welcome back to the Devaney Center. We're at halftime of our 5 o'clock tip-off, the Class D1 championship game between the undefeated Spencer-Naper Pirates and the Howells Bobcats. John Bishop, Andrew Filios, Kyle D'Elia back with you here on Nebraska ETV. And let's take a look at what happened earlier today at this boys state tournament as we recap what has happened already. We've had one undefeated team play. That undefeated team was Sutton, and they won their first title in a little over a decade, defeating West Point Central Catholic 47-42. The Mustangs were led by Josh Noose with 14 points and his brother Casey scoring 10. West Point Central Catholic was led by Alex Wagner's 18. In game two, the game we had referred to earlier, Lynch, who has played the Spencer-Naper Pirates and played them within 2 points, pick up their first state title over Shickley, 63-38. Lynch was led by 3 players in double figures. Seth Haydenfeld, 25 points. Nate Eiler, 17 points, 12 rebounds. And Matt Haydenfeld had 11. Shickley was led by their 6'10 senior center, Bob Kemp, 15 points and 12 boards. And in the final game of the first session, history-making game for the capital city, as we were going to have either a first-time champion in Lincoln Southeast or a team that was going to set continuing their record of 15 Class A championships, add to their record of 14. Well, that's what Lincoln High did. They added to it a state record 15th basketball championship, a 43-38 win over Lincoln Southeast. Nick Madsen with 13 points for the Lynx in that winning effort. 17-17 is our score here at halftime of the Class D1 final, and we will be back with more halftime activities from the State Fairgrounds in a moment.
Backed by popular demand, the Irish Tenors return in this special concert event. Taped in Belfast, Ireland, Finbar Wright joins tenors Ronan Tynan, Anthony Kearns, and special guest John McDermott for an evening of sweet sounds and magical melodies. You won't want to miss the Irish Tenors live from Belfast.
Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
Funding is provided in part by the Dr. Thomas and Dorothy Hallstrom Fund, created to support broadcasting of the Nebraska State High School basketball tournament.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
D1 championship game at halftime. Spencer-Naper and Howells knotted up at 17 apiece. The Class D1 Coaches All-State team, voted on by coaches all across the state. And as you take a look at this year's team, well, a couple of guys that are familiar with this game, John Connett from Spencer-Naper and Matt Eichmeyer of Howells playing in this game. Jack Rother, Greeley Woolback, he was among the favorites. His team was to get to this championship game. It didn't happen for them. Pleasanton, Levi Griffiths, he too had a chance here at state. And Matt Sells of Falls City Sacred Heart, talk about a young man who has his act together. A 31 on his ACT. He's going to attend college and take pre-law. You know, here's a guy who played football, all-state there, basketball, all-state here. So he's got pretty good head on his shoulders and a very bright future, as do all of these young men on this Class D1 all-state team.
That's right. Matt Sells is the type of kid, though, that you almost wish that Falls City Sacred Heart was here just so you could watch him play. You've heard so much about him all year. Haven't had a chance, though, to watch him play in person. And then two of the other guys we're watching, Connett play and Eichmeyer play. Those two players really went at each other in the first half. And I think that the player that shines the most, his team's going to win in the second half.
And, you know, Connett and Eichmeyer have not had a major impact on this game in terms of scoring. But again, we've seen this trend build throughout not only today, but the entire state tournament. It's not just about one guy who can go out and pour in a lot of points. It's about the little things that you do that don't show up in the stat column. The steals, the saves on the inbounds plays, just the smart basketball to keep your team going, keep your team alive, really makes all the difference in the world. And we've seen that from not just people who are on all-state teams, but people who are on state championship teams, and now they're wearing gold medals. And I'm sure we're going to see more of that coming up here in the next couple of ball games.
And the theory, like you said, has proved true in the first three games with Sutton, with Lincoln High, and in the second game with Lynch that beat Chickley. It's such a long day, it's always tough to keep track. But all of those wins were really team wins, team quality wins. They weren't dominated by one player, as you said. All of them have been team efforts, and I expect the same to happen here in this game 4.
17-17 our score. You can see down on the court that the Believers and Achievers are being honored here at halftime, as they do for every girls and boys state tournament. 17-17 our score, the Class D1 championship game. We'll have a look at the stats coming up and more halftime activities here from the Bob Devaney Sports Center on this championship Saturday.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves. Join me for an exciting Ireland adventure. We'll visit thriving Dublin and mystical monasteries in the Wicklow Mountains, blow glass and etch crystal at Waterford, bike the lush Dingle Peninsula, and enjoy some high-energy dancing through Galway. Together, we'll explore ancient and modern-day Ireland.
Sunday night at 6 Central Time on NETV. When you become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television, you do more than support the programs you enjoy. You also receive the NPTV member card. Join today and enjoy special discounts and offers from these partners across Nebraska. Help support Nebraskans for Public Television and join today. For more information, visit our website at mynptv.org/members or call us at 1-800-634-NPTV. On Public Radio, we seek the answers. Listen to Morning Edition from National Public Radio, weekdays from 5 to 9 a.m. Central on the Nebraska Public Radio Network. National and international news, plus Nebraska news and weather on NPRN, Nebraska's NPR station. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
It's halftime of the Class D1 championship game. Pirates and Bobcats are all knotted up at 17. Let's take a look at the first half statistics for this one. And Spencer-Naper having problems, but you look at 26%, you think, boy, that's not very good. Well, keep in mind that they put up a lot of threes. They've already attempted, of those 23 field goal attempts, 14 have been from three-point range, and that's their style. That's the way they like to do it. Howells, meanwhile, shooting a bit more efficient, 46%, But the turnovers, Spencer-Naper only 2 turnovers in that first half, while Howells committed 10. Spencer-Naper with those athletic guards can really make problems for you trying to get the ball up the floor. Leading scorers in this game for Howells, Justin Mosney has 9 on 4 of 5 shooting, and all 4 of those field goals have come on the right side along the baseline. He had a 3, and he's been moving in steadily as the game has progressed. 6 points for Darren Rehai on a pair of 3-point field goals. And then you've got 4 other players in the scoring column for Spencer-Naper. So balanced scoring across the board, but not much scoring, which is a style, Andrew, that falls right into what Howells wants to do.
Exactly, because they want to be physical. Like we said before, being the state football champions, a lot of those guys are in that mold. Big-time, high-scoring basketball games isn't what they like. They want it to be physical. Spencer-Naper, I think, the better pure basketball team in this game. Better fundamentals, more experience. They've got the big win streak. So I think, yeah, things right now falling right into Howell's way. But Spencer-Naper, big-time second-half team. Remember that.
This is true. This is a team that averages over 70 points a game, so you kind of expect them to get hot here at any time. 17-17 our score. Spencer-Naper and Howells will be back and have a word with the Howells head coach and more halftime activities from the Devaney Center.
Call now.
Coming to PBS.
He seems not like young men in general.
You don't like young men in general?
No, I don't.
ExxonMobil Masterpiece Theater presents a special Sunday-Monday mini-series event. George Eliot's Daniel Deronda.
When you become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television, you do more than support the programs you enjoy. You also receive the NPTV member card. Join today and enjoy special discounts and offers from these partners across Nebraska. Help support Nebraskans for Public Television and join today. For more information, visit our website at mynptv.org/members or call us at 1-800-634-NPTV.
From American experience, a courtroom battle, creationism versus evolution, a media circus.
These 2 giants were coming down to fight over whether humans came from monkeys.
He was going to defend the word of God.
It would change history. Monkey Trial on American Experience.
Watch Monkey Trial, produced by NETV, Monday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
And after the Believers and Achievers, the 2 teams back out on the floor getting ready for the second half of this D1 final between Howells and Spencer-Naper. Spencer-Naper with a 54-game winning streak riding on this one, while Howells, well, winning streaks don't really intimidate them a whole lot. This is a team that has won 5 state championships under their longtime head coach, Jim Morrison, who is with Kyle D'Elia.
John, you said it, one of the students wearing your coat from 1973 championship. Real quick, Coach, keep everything the same? What do you do? What'd you tell the kids?
Well, at halftime, as long as they aren't hitting from outside, yes, we're going to keep playing in our zone. They do have some good outside shooters, so we're trying to watch the percentages from the sidelines, and we may go man-man, but right now it looks like I'm play zone.
Go get back with your kids and get ready to start the second. Good luck. We're tied at 17. Howells and Spencer-Naper. We're coming back for the third quarter. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves. Join me for an exciting Ireland adventure. We'll visit thriving Dublin and mystical monasteries in the Wicklow Mountains, blow glass and etch crystal at Waterford, bike the lush Dingle Peninsula, and enjoy some high-energy dancing through Galway. Together, we'll explore ancient and modern-day Ireland.
Sunday night at 6 Central Time on NETV.
Did you know the more you trade stocks, the less money you're likely to make? That women trade less than men and their portfolios do better. And day traders, whatever happened to them? I'm David Brancaccio, and for more about trading in the markets, well, you'll have to tune in to Marketplace.
Weeknights at 6:30 Central Time on the Nebraska Public Radio Network.
This month, Nebraska connects you and taxes. I'm Mike Tobias, and NETV will help you get through tax season. Join us on Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central for tax tips. We'll have tax experts in our studio ready to take your phone calls and give you the advice you need. This tax season, be more prepared as we connect you with the experts with tax tips. Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central Time, live on NETV.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Haven't missed a thing. We're just underway here in the D1 second half of this championship game. Up along the baseline and up short by Eric Weeman. And Spencer-Naper handles the basketball for the first time.
Well, you heard Coach Jim Morrison say at the half, as long as they don't knock down their outside shots, we're in good shape.
That one just along the baseline, missed. And that shooting percentage continues to dip at 26%.
So he'll knock on wood with that statement. Hopefully it doesn't come to pass for them.
Eichmeyer almost got the friendly bounce. The rebound yanked down by Kurt Dummer. Yeah, I see no reason for Howells really to go away from what they've been doing. Spencer-Naper trying to fight for everything they can get underneath. That's one of the rare opportunities they've had underneath. And you can see Howells ganging up on Dummer. Roll off the front of the rim.
Just off.
Howells maybe not as patient offensively. Conant from Miller, and they work it on the right side. Back to Conant. Again, ball not touching the floor very much on these possessions. Waiting to free somebody else. Howells fans whistle their approval. They like what they see, and there's a steal. Tom Bloom, shoulder brace and all. Wrapped shoulder, heavily wrapped right shoulder with the steal. Eichmeyer stops around long two. Eric Weeman has really struggled in this one. He's 0 for 3.
Right now, John, you just basically have Howells just basically challenging Spencer-Naper. I mean, this is a basic 2-3 zone. Spencer-Naper is countering with a basic offense, and it's just a matter of somebody stepping up and making some plays.
Open three. Rolls no good. Well, it has been that kind of day for Spencer-Naper. 5:20 left. Justin Mosney. And we want to welcome those of you who have been watching the Oklahoma-Texas Tech game. You are at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the D1 championship game, just underway here in the third quarter, with Howells leading Spencer-Naper 19-17. Spencer-Naper just turning the ball over for just the fourth time today. And now Howells with a chance to build on their lead. Howells, the team in white, Spencer-Naper, the team in the black jerseys with the purple letters. Spencer-Naper, a 54-game winning streak coming into today's action, defending champions. Howells, 5 losses on the year, but 20 wins. Falling away. Stepped on the line, and Pirates will get the ball.
Right now, Howells is going to counter with a look like full court press. Going to be a little soft, though. They're going to back off it.
They'll trap if they can get the chance. Conant actually could have gone in on that and didn't.
Passed it up.
There's an example of how this zone kind of lulls your offense to sleep. You don't show as much aggression as maybe you would normally against a man-to-man. Ball tipped away, nearly taken out of there. Tracked down by Rehigh. John Conant to Miller in the corner for Kurt Dummer. And Howells just making Spencer-Naper throw the ball all over the place.
They're just being active. Look at the shifts. The ball skips, they're right there.
Open three, it rolls out, no offensive rebound, no, and a foul. And the frustration starting to set in now for the Pirates. Granted, they're only down by 2. It's not going to take much for them to get the lead, but this in a game dictated by whose will be imposed first. Howells has imposed their will, and they've kept it.
John, even if you're attacking a 2-3 zone, I think there's still ways where you can set screens and open things up for your teammates. And right now, Spencer-Naper is just not really doing a good job of it. They're kind of just standing and watching.
They're really kind of gun shy,
yeah,
really. Traveling is falling to the floor is Eric Weeman. 3:42 left here in the third quarter. Howells 19, Spencer-Naper 17, and we're back with more of the third quarter after this.
Programming on the Nebraska ETV network is made possible in part by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
It's the value of responsive customer service to make healthcare simple. It's the value of a statewide network of doctors and hospitals to make healthcare accessible. It's the value of a plan that works to make healthcare practical. That's the value of Blue. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
The Blues are good.
And a good value.
For you.
Grandpa, wake up.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Howells 19, Spencer-Naper 17. We're with Dee Morrison, the lovely wife of Jim Morrison. Some 37 years of coaching. How does he keep doing it? How do you keep doing it? Talk about the journey, maybe is the better question.
Well, first of all, it's a great community. Everybody's behind us, from the little kindergartners to the whole town, the whole community, the whole county is behind us. And each game is just as much fun as the one before, and we just have a great time. If you look up on the wall by the flag, there's a sign the kindergartners made, and they have been behind these kids, and all these boys went to school in Howells all these years, and they're the reason we are here. And
real quick, 3 straight football titles. Why has this team ended a 10-year basketball state tournament appearance?
Well, it just shows that they're good athletes, good families, and they know what they want. They want to do well. That's the main thing.
Great job, Dee. Good luck, fellas. Take it away. They got a Shrine football player, a quarterback, Tom Bloom banged up with the shoulder. Very talented athletes on this Howell team. Back to you.
Well, Kyle, somebody must have been listening to my partner's assertion that they need to do things to attack the zone, because they did just that on the last 2 possessions. And Spencer-Naper has now taken a 2-point lead.
See Conant flashing right in the middle of the D, but now they're going to take it from up top. And it's
good. Look out. When this team starts shooting hot, you got to wonder. Spencer-Naper now up by 5. They have turned a 2-point deficit into a 5-point lead. Up to the baseline, Eichmeyer, they go to their star player, and he comes through.
Wide open, though, other end.
They're going to make it quick down the floor, and a foul. And Darren Rehigh will go to the free throw line. Spencer-Naper says, keep this pace up. We like it this way. They're almost begging, please, keep this pace up. We're tired of this passing the ball around, waiting for something to happen.
Shooting good.
Here's Rehigh. Darren Rehigh with 7 points. He and John Conant each with 7. The Bobcats are led by Justin Mosney with 11. And here's a kid who averages 4 points a game, so they're getting their scoring from a different source. Missed free throw, offensive rebound. That was Kurt Dummer with the board. Final 2 minutes of play here in the third quarter. Spencer-Naper up by 4. Across the zone, they're gonna stick with it for now. To the baseline, shot blocked out of there. And Howells comes down with it.
That time, John Conant grimacing on the way down. Don't normally see the turnover that time from the senior.
Oh, nice pass by Eichmeyer. Behind the back, wrapped it around a couple of defenders, and Kyle Check lays it in.
Spencer-Naper made their run. Now Howells has responded.
25-23, coming up on a minute to play. And both sides coming to their feet. Rehigh for 3. No. And the rebound to Masney. And Howells can tie it up with 2 or take the lead with 3. Eichmeyer. In around. Masney looks down low for Check. Check trying to find a teammate. Baseline jumper on the way, rolls off, no good by Bloom. Rebound to Spencer-Naper. I would assume they'll play for 1 shot. That's what Jim Carlson, their head coach, is calling for. 1 shot. Both teams a little impatient at the end of the second quarter. They each had opportunities inside the last 20 seconds. Here a different story. Spencer-Naper will attack the basket last. Across the zone, open 3. Too long. Offensive board for a moment. Turnaround at the buzzer is no good. And we go to the final 8 minutes. Spencer-Naper 25, Howells 23. You're watching the Class D1 State Championship.
Live coverage of the 2003 State High School Basketball Championships is brought to you in part by
Peru State College is recognized for teaching excellence in business, education, arts and sciences, and professional studies. On the web at peru.edu.
NC Plus Hybrids and your local NC Plus dealer. Independent, farmer-owned, NC Plus.
Choose your future at Nebraska's community colleges. Central, Metro, Mid-Plains, Northeast, Southeast, or Western Nebraska community colleges.
Nursing, a career for a lifetime. On the web at centerfornursing.org. This message made possible by Johnson & Johnson, the campaign for nursing's future.
Committed to critical inquiry, imaginative learning, and teaching excellence, Nebraska Wesleyan University has been recognized as the best liberal arts college in Nebraska.
E10 Unleaded with ethanol helps Nebraska and its communities. Nebraska farmers and others who support E10 Unleaded with ethanol say, let's get with it, Nebraska.
Start of the fourth quarter. What a game. Spencer-Naper and Howells going right at each other. Spencer-Naper holds a 2-point edge going into this final quarter.
Right now they are about 45 points under their season scoring average, but they are ahead. Howells is staying in zone. Look underneath, they had a man there. Foul on the floor. They're starting to bring Kurt Dummer in from the weak side and try to sneak him in behind the 3 men down in the bottom of that zone. They scored on it earlier and they draw a foul this time. And talk about a cleanly played game. That is just the second foul on Howells in this second half. We've just started the fourth quarter. Spencer-Naper has 1 foul. That's it. Open 3. Yes! Josh Ketcher. And that's a 5-point Spencer-Naper lead. It was 5 just a few minutes ago, and Howells came back. Can they come back from this?
That was a line drive, 3-2. You saw Katzer.
Ooh, Eichmeyer, dangerous pass. Trying to get it through the defense, and a reach-in foul. Well, the tempo has favored the Bobcats, no question about it, but Spencer-Naper is doing just enough, and give their defense credit. You know, Howells is a team that averages 56 points. They're being held right now to 23. And so even though Spencer-Naper's not getting the job done offensively that they're accustomed to, their defense is the reason why they're ahead in this game.
Well, John, you know, I talked to Jim Morrison before the game, and he said, what we have to do to win this game, we have to hold down their outside shots. And I thought that was kind of basic for him to say that, like, you know, no kidding. But how true it is here, you see when Spencer-Naper gets good looks and knocks down their shots, they're a tough team.
Tried to go through the lane, had to stop. Faltus, Scott Bloom, he'll take the long three. Short, but an offensive rebound by Weeman. He keeps it alive. Through the lane, and it rolls off when everything but down.
Good steal, though.
Tom Bloom has done that a couple of times. And then a foul as Tucker Kale tried to retaliate with a steal of his own. And that'll be just the second foul of the second half against the Pirates.
Tom Bloom's had a tough afternoon offensively, too, but that time showing a lot of heart and hustle, coming up with that loose ball and keeping the possession in his favor.
These two teams not shooting well at all. Spencer-Naper 10 of 37. Howells 9 of 27. That'll help both the score and the field goal percentage. 28-25. Howells looking for a stop here. Pirates again in the front court off the zone press. Open three, rolls no. Offensive rebound, trying to put it in strong. Boy, that was an awkward looking shot. Two players come down with it at once and a foul.
I think what happened on that time, Eric Miller went up for the shot, and I think he got held on the arm, and the referee just didn't see it, and that caused his feet to shuffle a little bit in the awkward looking shot.
And we're going to see Howells pull their top scorer, Matt Eichmeyer, off the floor here with 5:49 left. Eichmeyer who averages 14 points and has scored 24 points in each of the first two games, has been held to just 7 here today. Trying to go baseline. Yes! Tom Bloom, tough play underneath.
And just as we say Tom Bloom is struggling on offense, here he goes back-to-back field goals, and right now Howells is back in it.
28-27. 5 minutes, coming up on 5 minutes to play. Across the zone for an open three. Eric Miller. That's just the 6th three that Spencer-Naper has made. I say just the 6th because they're accustomed to making a lot more. 31-27. Through the lane, and he is fouled. Tom Bloom is kind of become the offense here for Howells as of late.
That's his 4th personal foul, 14th foul on the Pirates.
Whether it be creating something or scoring. He has 5 points, and he'll shoot free throws. 2.
And just by looking at that thing, I can just imagine what it's like to play with that kind of a brace on your right shoulder. And of course, he's right-handed, so every shot, every free throw, he's got to be feeling that thing on his arm.
Missed them both. Still a 4-point lead. And here's where that patience pays off. Looks like that zone has changed, more of a 1-3-1 here.
There are not going to be many bad shots out of the Pirates.
Well, again, patience can pay off here. They've shown a lot of patience today. They don't have to pull off a shot early. There they had the open shot from Ketcher, and he missed it. Halfway through the quarter, 4 minutes to play in the state title game. Long three, no friendly roll. Offensive board, put back, foul, and count it. Eric Weeman goes to the line to shoot one more.
Big play. Big play for a big boy. Weeman muscling down there, fighting, scrapping. Ball comes into his hands, puts it back. He's fouled, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
And I tell you what he also did. He did a nice job of waiting for that ball to come off the second bounce. He timed his jump just right, or else that rebound might not have been his. But he misses the free throw, and then a foul on Howells. Bobcats 3 of 7 from the line. They really could have used that free throw as kind of a mental boost. Granted, they're still within a possession, but there's 3:54 left, and the Pirates don't appear to be in much of a hurry. Back after this.
Backed by popular demand, the Irish Tenors return in this special concert event. Taped in Belfast, Ireland, Finbar Wright joins tenors Ronan Tynan, Anthony Kearns, and special guest John McDermott for an evening of sweet sounds and magical melodies. You won't want to miss the Irish Tenors live from Belfast.
Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Welcome back to the D1 championship. It is finesse versus physicality, and right now finesse leads by 2. Spencer-Naper 31-29 over Howells.
Patient finesse by the Pirates of Spencer-Naper with the ball and a 2-point lead. And keep in mind, if it becomes a game, and in many cases it does, where somebody's going to have to foul. Howells has only committed 4 fouls in this half, so they still have a couple of more to send Spencer-Naper to the line. Granted, it's a little too early for that yet, but keep that in mind if this lead stays.
You don't see a lot of from the Pirates is dribble penetration. You see a lot of passing and a lot of spotting up, but not a lot of real hard penetration to try and crack that defense. But I guess that's just their style.
Open 3. No. Spencer-Naper now 6 of 25 from beyond the arc. And Howells has a chance to tie on this possession. Matt Eichmeyer. Weeman back to Eichmeyer. Thought about shooting it there and then threw a bad pass. And I don't think his teammate Weeman was expecting it. Eichmeyer looked like he was about ready to commit to the air. And that moment of indecision, I think, led to the bad pass. And again, Spencer-Naper can take their time. And now head coach Jim Carlson wants a timeout. You know, I would almost, if I were Spencer-Naper, I'd just keep passing over that zone and wait, just let the clock run. We'll be back after this.
This week on Next Exit, the power of faith. We learn why giving is better than receiving. We meet a doctor who believes in the power of prayer. And we find out why this New Yorker keeps coming back to Nebraska. Next Exit, Wednesday night at 7:30 Central Time on NETV.
And now, another digital bit with Bob Crengley.
Say this is a digital television signal. We need this much to broadcast the show, which leaves this part for text, graphics, and more you can access from home or in the classroom. It's called Enhanced TV, and it's another reason.
Digital TV on PBS isn't just a good idea, it's the future of television.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV.
Spencer-Naper leading Howells 31-29, down to the nitty-gritty, just over 2 minutes.
And they decide to come out of the zone, and Eichmeyer gets the steal, but misses the layup and goes crashing to the floor. And now Spencer-Naper back the other way. Howells has come out of the zone now, realizing that Spencer-Naper, maybe someone was listening to me and said, hey, just pass the ball around. They're not going to come out. So here we go. The urgency has picked up. A look underneath. A kick outside, and he lost it out of bounds. And it's going to belong to Howells. I didn't see whose hand it came off of last, so I have to assume that the official has the right call there.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
So, here we go. Another possession and a chance to tie. Eichmeyer outside for Bloom. He'll take it up through, and it rolls off! Again, everything but down. But Howells keeps the basketball with 1:32 to go. That's the second time where we've seen a shot by Howells roll everywhere on that rim and come off.
Looking over at that Bobcat bench too, Coach Jim Morrison. You can't even tell that this is for the state championship. This is cool, calm, and collective. I don't even think he stood up today, John.
Yeah, you do it 37 years. Oh, and a big block by Rehigh. And he couldn't corral it. It'll still be Howells basketball. They were spotting up to take the lead, and Rehigh swatted it out there. A 54-game winning streak is on the line here for the Pirates from Spencer-Naper. And now, Bobcats again. Penetrate, out, open three for the lead. No! And the rebound for the Pirates.
Well, that was just a hair to the right.
1 minute to go. Caught it, and he is fouled. But remember, you still have to foul twice more to send the Pirates to the line. Well, inbound, and pull it back as expected. 50 seconds left. Dummer, stolen away! Bloom took it away for the tie! This game is tied! Tom Bloom with a huge steal! And now there are 31 seconds left. Do they want timeout? Yes, they do. Timeout. Tom Bloom, injured shoulder and all, taking the basketball away from an unsuspecting Kurt Dummer.
Can't get much better than that. That was just a picture-perfect steal, stepping right in. And, you know, Spencer-Naper, their offense has kind of looked like if you had to make an equivalent in football, it's kind of like running the ball on every single play minus the option, just running it right up the gut. It's been pretty basic. Howells, though, has forced them, I guess, to at least second-guess themselves a little bit, and you saw just that split second for Bloom to step in and steal that ball and run the other way.
Well, again, and it's easy to say because the score has been kept down, but the pace of this game has definitely favored Howells, and sometimes what that does to you is it kind of forces you to do things you don't want to do because sometimes ego gets in the way and you're looking at the scoreboard and you're going, how can we only have 31 points and we're 30 seconds from the finish? Well, right now they have to think in terms of one basket wins it. And if you're Howells here, what do? You got a foul to give, so I say take the chance, try for another steal. You get foul, you get a foul, big deal. You're not sending him to the line yet. They'll inbound in the backcourt. Conant will bring it up. Allstater on Allstater. Matt Eichmeyer on the defense. 20 seconds left. Rehigh. And another steal, almost. Oh, and he couldn't save it. Couldn't save it. There was no teammate back there with him. 10 seconds left. Spencer-Naper, Conant with 7. They look inside, tries to push his way through, and a foul. Now, is it in the act of shooting? I don't know.
Yes, I think definitely. He was spinning towards the basket, getting ready to go up. Yeah, I think this is a good call. Give him 2 free throws.
Wow. free throws for a chance to win with 5.3 seconds left. And this is 2 shots, not 1 and 1. You got 4 timeouts. If I'm Howells, I'm using one here. He missed it. I'd use a timeout right here. Well, they're not gonna.
Oh, what a pressure situation for Dummer. He knows one free throw could win this game. Got it.
Oh boy, it goes down. 32-31 and a timeout. This possession will decide it right here. Spencer-Naper 32, Howells 31. Boy, Kurt Dummer's free throw just about rattled out of there. That was close. A 54-game winning streak for Spencer-Naper rides on this final 5.3 seconds. Well, there was about exactly this much time left in last week's Class C1 girls final, and we saw Pawnee City, Broken Bow pull it out literally at the buzzer.
Don't say that again, please. That was probably the craziest finish I've ever seen, at least here.
Well, about the same amount of time is left. But it's a different situation. Instead of being tied, it's a 1-point game. Let's see where the Pirates set up defensively here. They're out of their timeout first.
I think right now, John, the key is you just don't want to foul.
And you know what you could do here? If you're Howells, get it in, try to get it towards half court, call another timeout if you can.
Yeah,
and set up something easier, because it's a lot easier to set up something at half court than it is at full court. 5.3 seconds left. They get it in. Down the floor, Eichmeyer will have to put it up. A desperation shot, but it's short, and Spencer-Naper survives. Spencer-Naper, a 55-game winning streak, and another state title. Will be back after this.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton. In uncertain times, there's no more effective way to make your kids feel good and safe than to spend time with them. We at Reading Rainbow suggest sharing a book with your family. Read for fun, read for family, read for our future.
NETV encourages you to share a story with a child today. NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Yeah, they were held to literally half of their season average per game, but it counts. 32-31 in the D1 championship. They are a champion, yes, again. And before we get the medal presentations, here's the Sportsmanship Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska Coaches Association and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support the positive aspects of high school athletics. Good sportsmanship is a key factor in our philosophy, and at this time we are pleased to present the Class D1 Sportsmanship Award. The trophies are graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. Making the presentations are Mike Lanham of Southern Valley High School and Mike Purdy of Bellevue East High School. The Class D1 Sportsman Award winner is Greeley-Walbach High School. Receiving the award for Greeley-Walbach are Brian Dutcher and Ricky Reck, players for Greeley-Walbach. Congratulations to Greeley-Walbach High School. The Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. The awards will be presented by NSAA Board of Control members Dr. Bob Resnicek of Omaha Westside and Glenn Morgan of Neely Oakdale. They will be assisted by U.S. Bank Representative Becky Brugman. First, here are the awards for the 2003 Class D1 runner-up from Howells High School. Will head coach Jim Morrison and your assistants step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each member of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Scott Bloom. Number 20, Brett Ortmeyer. Number 22, Colby Danley. Number 30, Kyle Check. Number 40, Nathan Takota. Number 54, Tyler Schwartz. Number 55, Dan Ragland. Number 12, Tom Bloom. Number 24, Matt Eichmeyer. Number 25, Ben Faltis. Number 35, Justin Mosney. Number 42, Eric Weeman. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Howells High School, Class D1 State runner-up. And now, to the champions from Spencer-Naper High School. First, head coach Jim Carlson, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 4, Thomas Rust. Number 10, Josh Katzor. Number 12, Colby Fletcher. Number 14, Tucker Kale. Number 22, Luke Klebb. Number 30, Bobby Dickey. Number 42, Matt Alford. Number 3, John Conant. Number 24, Darren Rehai. Number 32, Eric Miller. Number 34, Jason Conant. Number 44, Kurt Dummer. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the state championship trophy. Congratulations to the Pirates of Spencer-Naper High School, the Class D1 state basketball champions.
Well, Spencer-Naper didn't do it necessarily their way, but they still did it, and that's all that really matters. Exciting finish to that one. Howells having a last-second desperation shot come up short from their star player, Matt Eichmeyer, and Spencer-Naper now on a 55-game winning streak. And oh, by the way, if you're wondering, Pirates do have some players back next year, but a lot of their good players are going to be gone, so it's going to be hard to extend that streak, but we'll see. We'll find out next year. Jim Morrison has never lost a state title game until today, and he's with our he's with our guy, Kyle D'Elia.
Thanks, Johnny. Coach, last play, what were you looking for?
Well, we were going to try to put the ball in Mike Meyer's hand and run a screen and roll between him and Weeman, and we just didn't get the ball down court quite fast enough. But we had a shot at it. The kids made a great effort, and we just fell a little bit short.
You said a great effort. I tried to talk with your wife about it a little bit. You got a lot of star football players on the team, one banged up with his shoulder. My question, battlers, nobody gave this team a chance, and you kept battling an 81-1 team.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have a lot of athletic ability, and they have a lot of heart, and I won't ever count them out.
Thanks. We enjoy watching. Keep up the good work. John, Andrew's going to talk about some two-way players and football stars on the Spencer-Naper back-to-back champions. We're going to break. Spencer-Naper, your D1 champs. Don't go away.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield is pleased to support NETV because we believe public television is good for Nebraska.
Brian LGH is very pleased to underwrite NETV.
ACE underwrites on NETV for a variety of reasons.
Nebraska Public Power District is proud to support Nebraska Public Television, and especially broadcasting high school sports.
Sponsoring high school sports on NETV is one way that we can give back to the communities we serve across Nebraska, while at the same time focusing on the important role that high school athletics play in shaping young lives.
Because we serve such a wide region around the state and are involved in so many communities, we see the state tournaments as a way that engages a lot of communities, gets people involved from around the state in a real positive venue.
We've done commercial television, and we think we get better coverage, particularly in the Panhandle with the NETV sports program.
Another reason we are pleased with our sponsorship is NETV's statewide audience, which delivers strong viewership in both greater Nebraska and the metro areas.
I think our sponsorship of the tournaments and our relationship with NETV has been very positive from our perspective.
By underwriting the sports package, we are able to support our communities, to support our school districts, and to keep more money in Nebraska.
Sponsoring high school sports on NETV supports the athletes from every community in the state of Nebraska.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Spencer-Naper 32, Howells 31 in this D1 state championship game. And taking a look at the final numbers you would expect from a low-scoring game, not very good field goal percentage. In fact, Spencer-Naper ends the game 6 of 25 from three-point range, just 26% for the game. They were led by John Connett and Darren Rehai with 7 points each. Leading scorer for the game was Howells' Justin Mosney, but of those 11 points, he scored all but, I believe, 1 in the second half, so he was kind of taken out of the offense just a little bit in that second half. Not all of the reason, of course, why Howells came up short. It's just that Spencer-Naper had enough patience and made enough plays at the end to pull it out. When we come back, we'll meet the state champions for the second straight year, the Pirates of Spencer-Naper.
Hi, I'm Steve Graziano, Program Manager of NETV. During this break in the action, I'd like to encourage you to join our membership organization, Nebraskans for Public Television. Your membership helps fund programs like the high school basketball finals that you're watching right now. You can become a member by calling 800-676-5446. When you call, we'll offer you the following benefits of membership. Join at the $60 level and we'll send you the NETV coffee mug. At $90, you'll receive this sturdy, insulated NETV travel mug for your car or office. On your way to work, carry your own NETV tote bag. The NETV logo tote is yours with a membership at the $120 level. At $240, we'll send you a unique, high-quality denim shirt with the NETV logo embroidered in red. That's just $20 a month at the $240 level. And with every membership at $60 or more, you'll also receive the NPTV PRNF member card. Members receive special benefits from organizations and businesses throughout the entire state. You'll also receive a discount on program-related products at our online member store. Just go to mynptv.org/members. Call now, 800-676-5446. Thank you for becoming a member of Nebraskans for Public Television. Sit back and enjoy the rest of the game.
coming to PBS.
He seems not like young men in general.
You don't like young men in general?
No, I don't.
ExxonMobil Masterpiece Theater presents a special Sunday, Monday mini-series event. George Eliot's Daniel Deronda.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
Spencer-Naper, a winner, 32-31. Debatable whether it's too early or too late, maybe, to say dynasty. Coach Tim Carlson joining us. When you've won 82 out of your last 83 and now a repeat state championship, you got to be pretty happy.
We're extremely happy. You know, we probably wanted to play a little better on TV, but a W is a W, and these kids have worked real hard to get where they're at, and we're real pleased.
Coach, there was a period of that game, of course, it looks like you guys thrive on your patience, but there was a period where you guys looked a little methodical, and then you came out after a timeout and really attacked their defense and scored like 7 or 8 straight points. Was that a key in the game, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Got the run there a little bit. We're real patient, and sometimes maybe we're too patient, but our kids are very disciplined. They're very, you know, they'll do what we tell them to do, and sometimes, you know, like the last couple games we've been shooting early, and it's been working pretty well. Maybe we're a little tight today.
You've got some great seniors, though, graduating. How fitting is this for them to go out like this with a state championship?
We wanted them to get down here. With this group, you know, they've kind of been underdogs a little bit throughout their career, and we wanted the seniors just to get down here. That was our goal this year. For them to win the gold, somebody's with us. That's all I can say. I'm real pleased that they just got the gold.
Oh, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
An emotional moment for Tim Carlson, one of the crowning moments in his coaching career. And when we come back, we will talk to the new defending state champion Spencer-Naper Pirates. That's right after the break.
From American experience, a courtroom battle, creationism versus evolution, a media circus.
These two giants were coming down to fight over whether humans came from monkeys.
He was going to defend the word of God.
It would change history. Monkey Trial on American Experience.
Watch Monkey Trial, produced by NETV, Monday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
In childhood, there are a lot of things that can be scary. Every day on PBS Kids, we help children face the challenges of growing up, one step at a time. Imagine the possibilities. PBS Kids and you.
This month, Nebraska connects you and taxes. I'm Mike Tobias, and NETV will help you get through tax season. Join us on Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central for tax tips. We'll have tax experts in our studio ready to take your phone calls and give you the advice you need. This tax season, be more prepared as we connect you with the experts with tax tips. Thursday, March 27th at 7 Central Time, live on NETV.
NETV is a service of the Nebraska Educational Telecommunications Commission.
It has been a season of perfection for the Pirates of Spencer-Naper. I'm joined now by Eric Miller from the state champion Pirates, and just talk about some big shots you knocked down throughout this game. Just talk about being patient and just waiting your turn.
Well, Coach has always taught us he wanted us to be patient. He always wanted us to work the ball 7 passes at least before we shot, and I just waited my turn. Coach has been working with me, the assistant coach has been working with me on my shot every single time, so after practice, and it just works for me. So,
Eric, talk about your opponent, though. They're a physical team. They wanted to keep it low scoring. They did that, but you guys just mentally tough down the stretch.
We've played many physical teams this year, and we just knew that we were going to have to come out strong and big, and we didn't exactly do that, but hey, we came out on top.
Eric Miller, congratulations. Enjoy this one. Let's bring in your teammate. This is Darren Rehide, the sophomore. You've got a few years left. Hopefully you'll enjoy a few more of these. But just talk about, what do you think was the difference out there? But it was just really nip and tuck down the stretch.
Yeah, I think when it got down to the end, we just played together as a team, and I think that's what made us win tonight.
Talk about your coach, Jim Carlson. He spent a lot of time with you guys, and you're playing with some great seniors and juniors, experienced guys. Just talk about how special this team is.
Oh, I just love playing with the twins, and Kurt and Eric. It's the best experience I could ever have, and it's great playing with them, and they've made me improve my game so much.
Congratulations, man. Enjoy this one.
All right, thanks.
Okay, let's bring in Kurt Dummer. Kurt Dummer, correct? All right, Kurt, just talk about, you go to the line, end of the game. You got 2 free throws. It's a tie ball game. You know you at least need one. You're either the GOAT or you're the hero. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, it's just one of those things you want to do since you're a little kid. And like every day in practice, when the clock runs down on a drill, we all throw it up, see if we can make it. And it's just one of those things that you get. And it was my chance, and I guess I made it.
But you missed that first one. So what's going through your mind after you missed that first one? Now the pressure's really on.
I was thinking, yeah, this isn't going to go in.
Just talk about what it's like to win a state championship here, and you've got 1 year left, but you know you've got some good seniors graduating. This is a special group, huh?
Oh yeah, it's fun playing with Jason and John and Eric. They find you the ball everywhere. They can find you in holes everywhere, and it's just great playing with those guys.
Awesome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, let's bring the Connet boys in here, and this is fitting because I remember talking to you guys last year, and I want you guys to be together because this is obviously a special moment in your family. How does this one, first you tell me, how does this one differ from the last?
Oh, it's about the same. The only difference is last year we had a lot more experience coming back. I mean, we had Lance Glass and Danny Orr and Andy. This year we had four returning people just on the varsity last year, and it was me, Jason, Eric, and Darren Rehigh. And then this year it's just sweeter because we had to rebuild, and it wasn't a rebuilding year.
Jason, how's this different?
Well, like I said before, this season's just a dream come true. Nobody expected us to make the state tournament. That was our goal. And here we ended up winning state, and nobody expected it, and that's what I like about it.
2 state championships for you guys. You guys are twins. What's next for you guys now? College, where? What are your future plans?
I plan on playing college basketball somewhere. I don't know yet, but I'd love to play basketball. I'm going to South Dakota State to play football up there.
Guys, one last question. Talk about what Jim Carlson has meant to you guys. Obviously a great coach and a great team you guys have played for, but some of the memories you guys are leaving behind?
My best experience of him was when we were at 3rd grade practice. We always had elementary practice. He'd bring us in every Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning. We could never wait. We'd be up at 7 o'clock, ready to go to the gym, just waiting for our mom to take him there. And he just was with us all the time. We loved it.
Quickly, Jason.
Well, our coach is just a dream coach to play for. He gets along with the kids so well, and it's just the greatest thing ever to play for him because he gets along with you so great.
One last question. When you guys played one-on-one as kids, who would win?
We used to play all the time, and it was about equal. We'd always play every day after school, and it was just the funnest ever.
Guys, congratulations. Jason and John Connet, they have a new championship to celebrate. The D1 champion, Spencer-Naper, the Pirates,